All right, it is Tuesday, March 21st.
One more day,
One day
Dead man walking.
I'm working on my turning 40 blog.
You know how he's got a big blog written that he's like
No, it's
gonna
not
cry.
big. I'm in the middle. It's sad
He
and
was like, it's so
depressing.
sad. He's such a pussy.
You're-
He's like a chick.
You know who's a pussy? You're a pussy.
He's crying about his
I haven't
breakup
had-
and he's
I haven't
crying
had a
about
good one
turning
of those.
40.
I haven't had a good one of those in a while.
Kevin's just
Still
right
got
out
it.
of the gate.
Yeah.
You're such a pussy.
You're a fucking pussy. It is
Takes one to know one, bro.
brought to you by Movement Watches. Go to mvmtwatches.com/rundown. 15% off, free shipping, free returns. These are the watches disrupting the watch industry. You look at it like, oh, boom, that's a $500 watch. Wrong, $95, 15% off, free shipping, free returns. MVMT Watches, Movement Watches, sponsor the rundown. Okay, high school coach here. We got a high school football coach having an innocent picnic, supposedly, eating hot dogs, grilling out, pulled the old, put his dick in the bun move.
Classic.
And then he's like, you think that's a big bun? Check out, do you think that's a big dog?
It works every time.
Check out this one. He has been suspended without pay.
It's the best how you gotta hold the bun.
We'll start with you, Dan. You're a hot dog guy.
Yeah, I think you can guess where we all land on this story by like laughing like little kids just by the description of it. That's guy stuff. I had
Guys being guys.
I had a friend in college who used to do the dick watch. He'd put his dick over his wrist and go up to people and ask them if they could read his watch. Fucking hilarious.
It plays every fucking time. There are people who get this and laugh, and people who don't and think it's weird, and they're never gonna convince the opposite side. So, if you're a hot dog dick guy, then that's who you are. Just it is what it is.
And this guy, let's be honest, this guy's the most surprised guy in the room when this became a controversy, because you don't just become a dick in the bun guy. Like
That's who you are.
That is a move you do every time the grill is brought out. Every time you see the hot dogs, your dick is going in a bun, and people generally laugh like, "Oh, funny." This time, people are like, "What are you doing?" He's like,
Doing dick
like,
in the bun.
He's like, "Is the grill on fire? Or what?" Like, no idea.
Everyone has a friend who's a shower, not a grower. And if you're a shower, not a grower, it's your like God-given duty to
show it
do
off.
funny dick shit.
Yeah.
No, you have dick.
Yeah,
guys.
it's like if you have it, you got to use it. I wish I could do the dick in the bun.
If I had a big enough dick to put it in a bun and have it look like a hot dog, everyone in this office would have already seen my dick.
The exact quote, "You think that is a big dog? Take a look at this." And they should
have it.
You should include.
Do it.
You should include. You know he laughed after, which changes it. He didn't give them like a weird look. He was like, "Hey, like big dog."
Right.
So,
Deadspin probably was like, oh, he probably winked at them after and like gave him a little. No, it's fucking
Deadspin is on a crusade to get this guy like in prison.
classic break.
I'd be one of the little fucking mini hot dogs.
Yeah,
wrap
little-
it up in a croissant and one of those little fucking rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much information. Japan. So Japan is offering funeral discounts to the elderly if they'll give back their license and stop driving. Who needs discounts when you're dead?
On your funeral costs.
Yeah, but you're dead.
Yeah, but someone has to pay for your funeral.
I don't give a fuck. I mean,
No,
that's
it's
not
'cause
your
you're a
problem once you're
scumbag,
dead.
man.
It's helping your family.
Yeah. You're not a family man, so you wouldn't understand.
Once you're
if
dead.
I'm about to die and I can be like, I'm gonna save my wife like 20 grand if I stop driving, that's something.
If
I
you
would
think you're
about.
that close to death,
No, you're not necessarily.
then you got to hold on to your license. I can't believe you guys don't see this to be like a thing.
Well,
I think it's brilliant.
the problem is if you're an old person, the last thing you have is being able to go out in your car and like crash into people at the supermarket and stuff.
and be able to be like, I'm old.
Right. So if they take that away from you, you're basically signing up to die tomorrow.
I'm on the record as I don't need discounts when I'm dead. Like, I know what you're saying, family,
It's
this,
all
that.
about you, Davey.
I mean,
It's
what you're
all
getting
about
10%
you.
off? I mean, you just fucking died. You got a will. I don't need a fucking discount on my
This
phone.
is a millionaire talking.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's very much on brand for you, Dave.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad I'm on brand. Balloonatic. So the Balloonatic.
This is a great rundown.
The Balloonatic, this guy, Daniel Barria, that's his nickname.
That is a great nickname.
And I apologize. We
I
gotta
wish
change
I
it.
was the Balloonatic.
On my note sheet, I have Balloon Boy. He's not Balloon Boy. There was a Balloon Boy. This guy's the Balloonatic. So he basically strapped 100 helium balloons to a chair and just started
$20 lawn chair.
just started floating. He's been fined 26 grand for endangering people. This is his quote. "Why climb the highest mountain? Why 85 years ago fly the Atlantic? Why did the Oilers play the Flames?" I don't even know what that one means. I chose
Okay.
to fly a chair, not because it is easy, but because it is hard. Because that goal served to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. The judge said, dumb and dangerous, unconsciously stupid. They have this picture of this guy. It's electric. It's an electric factory. He's got a million balloons. It looks like a carnival balloon. They're all different colors.
14,000 feet. He said that there were planes flying under him. That's fucking
that's
high, man.
dangerous. Yeah, that's
That's
dangerous.
really dangerous. But if you want to be the balloonatic, then let the guy be the
Dangerous to who?
balloonatic.
You gonna
Dangerous to him?
land on somebody?
Well, they said there's power lines and there's planes flying by and shit.
Yeah.
But
A plane has hit the balloon. The plane's gonna be fine. No,
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm one of those guys. I know we've talked about that. If you do this, fine. If you die, don't
die.
cry. If something
Yeah.
bad, don't call for help. You want to go be the balloonatic?
it's
I
like
have
the
no
people who
problem
try to
with it.
swim across the Atlantic and shit. It's like, I
Yeah,
don't know,
New
whatever.
Hampshire, live free or die.
It's wild. The balloonatic. I mean,
Balloonatic.
I want to know at what point did he get that nickname? Because once you have that nickname, you
gotta-
have to die in some kind of freak balloon accident. That's your balloonatic's destiny.
I bet somebody just saw him and like, look at that balloonatic.
I'll tell you what though, to be to be a real balloonatic, you can't wear a parachute.
Was
gotta-
he wearing a parachute?
Yeah, that's how he got back
Oh
down.
yeah, that's a little.
You got to be able to like
lame.
land the chair.
That's a little bit
That's
lame.
a true balloonatic.
That's not as dangerous as I.
That's
kinda
like
thought it
again,
was.
the people who swim with like a boat right next to them. It's
Yeah,
like,
bullshit.
Who fucking cares?
The rundown brought to you by Untuck It. These are the shirts that fit perfectly. Actually, I got one on my desk. I should have worn it. It's pretty good looking too. Promo code Stoolies. You get 20% off all purchases. Again, the promo code is Stoolies. I don't know if I should go put that shit on. Think I should?
Tell somebody to grab it. Glenny, grab the shirt.
Glenny, grab my Untuck It shirt from the front. It's on my desk. I'll throw it on. Give people a little peep show too. See if Skinny
So
Dave's
just so he can
gone.
take his shirt off.
No, Skinny Dave's 88 out the gate for the most part. Still not Fat Dave, but in between. Back to the rundown. A girl has lit her cousin on fire. Her cousin slid into the DMs. And then she tweeted, "My cousin just slid into my DMs. I am appalled, disgusted, and anything synonymous to those feelings." This is what the cousin said. "Cuzzo, you need to put some clothes on. Laugh out loud. Hey, you need to know we're not blood related. Laugh my ass off." If you're not blood related,
Dave.
you're not blood related.
Come on, Dave.
don't-
We can't be fucking cousins on the rundown here.
If you're not blood, what's the difference?
I think it has to do with how often you see the cousin. So like if
Well,
this
you
is a,
can't be blood. That's how you end up born with 6 heads.
Are we?
I think it's
are
a
we
crapshoot.
really doing this?
I think it's
You
brothers
don't think
that-
you can hook up with your cousin who's not blood?
I think it's siblings that make. The
No,
kids.
any mixture of the bloods causes deformity.
I feel like all of England just fucks like
That could be
they're all
true.
the same. The royal family's all cousins.
Untuck it. This is a fucking hot looking.
Cousins are
That is a
Size
hot
of
your
look.
siblings' kids, right?
large, slim fit.
How can you be cousins without blood? What's that connection? So is that like a fake
Talk
cousin?
about- No, you can be cousins. If you marry somebody, it's like they become your cousin-in-law. Like if I marry
But I would never call that
you,
person my cousin. That's
your-
the problem.
if I marry your wife,
If you marry me.
and then your wife has a relative that becomes my relative, yeah, you become relatives by
So like
marriage.
your wife's cousins is your cousins?
My wife's cousins, I think, become
I
I'm
would-
related to.
That's
them.
not.
No, okay,
that's
you
totally
can
cool.
absolutely fuck your wife's cousins, but that's not your cousin.
But
I think it is your cousin. What
No,
are they? Cousin?
That's just nothing. That's just like that's my wife's cousins.
let's take out the fucking. Let's just talk about DM sliding. I think it's okay if you don't see the cousin. Like if you see the cousin once a year, maybe. Nah, maybe
don't think-
every other year. I'd say. I think
Yeah,
it's
but he's
okay
kind
to
of laying
slide
it on.
in.
You know, we're not cousins by blood, so he's fine.
Yeah. But I'm saying.
Well,
even cousins
first
by
of all,
blood.
internet rules, you can't do any of this because of what happens. You're going to get put on blast.
yes.
You should
So-
put your cousin on blast.
They're not really cousins. So in
Then,
that
then he
case, it's
should be
like,
put on blast
By the
again.
way,
right.
Sneaky move by the chick to do that because she's basically saying I'm so hot, my own fucking
Cousins
cousin
wanna
wants
bang
to
me.
fuck me.
If it's a real cousin,
Well, it's because I didn't really think of
What's
like.
going on
yeah,
here?
microphone and everything.
Yeah, it's not as.
And it sucks because Kevin already called you out for just wanting to show off your body, which you're about to
But
do.
no, I'm not as proud as my body as I was during the summer. If we're being honest, I'm just trying to help the advertiser. Asshole Gore. Next up, this bull. I know we're all 3 bull guys, right? Mm-hmm. The bull gored this dude's asshole straight in the asshole. Point for the bull.
Huge point for the ball.
And I'd like to redefine this. It's kind of what's, and we'll get to this. Kind of what Spags did to you today was very reminiscent to that asshole Gore, Loud Sean. But I have no problem with bullfighting as long as the bull wins. You end the fight. I hate the fact the bull dies. The bull can't win. That is the major problem with bullfighting, and by the way, this is how it fits.
Look
and
how perfect that fits.
it is a perfect fit that we did a lot to get to this point. What do you got on bullfighting, Dan?
We all love the bulls whenever they get even a little bit of good publicity, but you're right. That bull's dead.
Dead.
Kill that bull.
Yeah, what sucks is that bull deserves to be go back with his bull friends and be like, I fucked that guy in the
The
head.
bull can
But he's
throw
at-
a perfect game and still lose. That's what's.
It's not fair. It's rigged.
It is rigged.
Oh, you missed the button.
Yeah.
That's the worst when that happens.
It's quite the derailment of the rundown.
It's totally.
It was
derailed
going
the
so
rundown.
good, the balloonatic and everything, and
I
all of a
meant
sudden the
to-
striptease started.
I gotta be honest. The Untuck It shirt was put on my desk. I think with the explicit
To wear it
purpose
for the
to
rundown.
wear it for the rundown.
Got it.
well,
So
they
I was-
got what they asked for, man.
Yeah, I do like it. I just forgot it because running around.
It's a nice shirt.
It is a nice shirt. That's why I wanted to put it on. I knew it was a nice shirt. This may come to Vegas with me.
It's the only shirt you got.
It's the only shirt
That's
I got because
high.
Brett Manager. Dancing with the Stars. So we had a little pussy grab on Dancing with the Stars last night. Kevin, I noticed you made your own Vine of this. So were you watching this live?
No, I retweeted it.
Oh, you
It was not
retweeted.
mine.
Okay, so Dancing with the Stars.
Oh man, they are playing fast and loose with the word stars.
I mean,
Holy
David
shit.
Ross.
David Ross is like, no, but David Ross is like the guy that I know.
I
on
love
that
David
shit.
Ross.
Full
but
Cubs
he's not a
uniform, too.
star.
Great
Full
move.
Cubs uniform,
Great
too.
move.
Right.
He's a star compared to the rest of the schlubs on that fucking show.
And by the way, you should be allowed to grab pussy. Everybody in Dancing with the Stars fucks. That's a fact.
Well, and you could tell her reaction was like, not now,
Right.
later. That wasn't like a, what are you doing? It was like, you finger my pussy, but not on the camera.
right. And there's no way not to hook up with Dancing with the Stars when you're just like grinding on each other for
It's
7
like going a
days
soul
week.
cycle, basically.
It's. I wasn't gonna say that, Kevin,
Yeah.
but it's actually very
That's
similar.
why I'm here for that.
Went
It's
there.
so thank you for that.
Keep watching
keep it
this
real.
show.
What's that?
Like millions
It's
of
on,
people
it's on
watch
like
this show.
season
Dancing
like
with the Stars?
30.
Yeah.
It used what?
It's on like season 30.
Oh yeah, no, it's still I think popular.
I don't want to be. I'm not trying to be like the reality TV show tough guy because I watch some reality television. I can't think of anything more boring than watching other people dance.
That one is really bad.
who don't know how to dance.
And they're not good.
If it's super hot, I'll watch the first one.
Or
Or
if
if
it's
it's
like a
porn.
really ridiculous like athlete who shouldn't has.
Yeah.
I would maybe tune in to see how bad David Ross is. Like I saw
Yeah, I would.
No
Carabas's
interest.
vlog that said like he wasn't that bad. Well, then I don't want to watch. I either want to watch it be terrible or
Kenny
grab some
Mayne
pussy.
was a disaster. I
Yeah,
watched
those
that.
are that's funny. But the people who watch like night after night, week after week, being like, I got to see who wins.
They vote.
They
What
text
reality
to
TV
vote.
do you watch?
The Challenge. Real World hasn't been on. I feel like in forever. I'm trying to think what else.
I like The Voice. I
Oh
watch.
no, the voice
Yeah.
is terrible.
Really?
It's just first of all, it's on like 4 nights a week.
I like the
crazy.
early rounds when they turn the chairs. I think that's pretty good. And Survivor's
But
King
you know what
Kong,
the problem with the
I'll
voice
still
is?
watch Survivor.
There's no. It's like when you win, I don't even know who the winners are. It's like
Yeah,
it just
they've had
keeps
a
they just
couple,
keep
yeah,
singing
yeah,
forever.
yeah.
If I get stuck in one, I'll go with all the spin-offs. Like I was big into Flavor of Love, and then I watched I Love New York and all that shit.
You like those are like trash.
Yo, I
realities.
love the
Trash.
trash.
Yeah.
I like because my stupid little brain, when they do the cliffhangers, they're like, next week it's gonna be an all-out brawl, and then it never happens.
Yeah.
I keep getting caught.
This rose will be the best rose ceremony ever.
right.
All right, that's the rundown. Obviously, post show. Well, first I'll tell you the Nate story. We were talking about this a little bit, and then we'll get into the basketball game. We use that term very loosely.
Very loose.
Loud Jean got his shit stuffed in by Spags.
Got gored in the asshole.
No other way to put it. So, and this is just a funny Nate story, but I'm coming out of the studio, and Nate comes over to me, and
He's already up out of his seat.
I'm gonna tell the story, Nate. You can defend. People say it's a good story. It's not. He's soft, and when Nate has something important to say, he almost talks soft. He goes, "Can I talk to you for a second?" I was like, "Yep." He goes, "I want to talk about that salad." And I was like,
Not what happened.
That's exactly what happened. It's exactly what happened. Rhea heard the whole thing. I'm like, salad? Yeah. Like, he's like, a couple of weeks ago, I got you a salad. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, you remember
Can I tell you how it
Brett?
really happened?
Remember, this is exactly how it happened. He's like, Brett ordered sandwiches and you and Caleb wanted salads. Like, I got those salads.
It was Big Cat.
It was me and Big Cat?
I got a salad.
So,
Yeah.
nobody
I was on a
knows.
diet.
I bought both of these salads.
Okay, did you know that?
I
on my
did
heart.
not. So I owe you a salad? This
do.
is a big salad. This is
that's
Seinfeld.
So he's like 2 or 3 weeks. He's like, I kind of want that salad back today.
Calling in the
That's
favor.
exactly how it
You owe
happened.
me that salad, bro.
How did it happen in
It
your
was just a
world?
lot more casually.
in the Nate
hey,
world.
Dave, can you get me a salad stage? Is why I said I got you a salad.
No, that isn't. You literally open the thing and you're like, can I talk to you about salad?
That's an impossible sentence.
Go to the eye in
say.
the sky.
The only thing that
We tried to.
Sure.
I think Nate
speaks too soft.
No, he speaks too soft, and he has mapped out on the dark spots.
Maybe
he's
that's
like
why
a mafia guy.
maybe that's
walking
why
around
he
with his
moved.
umbrella,
Yeah.
like walking next to the.
He knows like the dead spots
radiator.
on the parquet.
I
Like
think
he
that's why
gets
he
you in
moved
areas
over.
there's no camera.
He
What?
sits in the weirdest spot in the office. That's probably why.
Remember the
Now
trash?
it's so
There was
weird.
no
Yeah.
trash camera over there.
Who
I'm like,
knows?
get that footage. It was every place is wired except where Nate talks to you in low voices about salads.
Nate, here's
What's
my
up?
only question.
Yeah.
How many times have you thought about this salad in the last 2 weeks?
A lot.
Every day.
Clearly.
Clearly.
No, it
you know,
dawned
he
on
was
me
like, I got
today.
the courage to go up to him
Like,
and ask
I
him
didn't
my
even
salad.
remember this salad.
Me neither. I had no idea what he was talking about.
The day after I bought you guys both salads that you didn't reimburse me for, I thought about asking you for it, but then I forgot about it until today because I spent way too much money this morning on food and I wanted free lunch. So I was like, oh yeah, they owe me salads.
Dude, let me tell you
And
something.
now Big Cat owes me one tomorrow.
Everybody,
So I'm eating
you
for
know,
free this week.
Everybody's got to pay their bills and has money, but to walk around being like, "You owe me a salad," is crazy.
feels
That's
like a-
crazy.
that-
That could be my last dime, and I wouldn't be like, "You owe me a salad."
Just kind of wanted a salad.
But you
No,
ever
you
been like,
want it was payback day
you
for
ever
Nate.
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't think it's
like,
that outrageous.
Yeah,
No,
to
then-
say you hadn't thought about it is he has
Yeah.
that
Such a
circle
lie.
like
no, I
today's
thought about it
salad
the
day.
day after and then not until today when it just dawned on me.
But the normal human interaction here is like, the next time you and I are going out to get lunch, you can be like, hey, you owe
Dan,
me
we
lunch.
haven't gotten
even
lunch
that.
Yeah,
in
but
9
like-
months.
Well, I
Right.
still don't know
But
why
like-
you bought us salads.
Because Brett got you sandwiches. No offense, Brett.
This is a
No,
wild.
no. Brett got you guys
Yeah,
sandwich.
because Big Cat owes.
No, so
2
So
salads.
he's down.
How many things do I owe you?
He's down.
a
Nate's
few.
just down
Salad?
2 salads.
I mean, whatever
I
you
want
want.
to at least
A
just
month.
know. I want to know what I owe.
No,
Do
so
I owe you just
I was
one
on
salad?
radio. I was on radio that day. Brett brought in sandwiches. You're like, I don't want sandwiches, and I was like, I was leaving the studio, and you're like, can you get us salads? I was like, sure. So I got both of you guys salads.
Got it. So I probably would have thought you maybe told Brett like get a salad. You
No,
you're
I
being
don't. I'm not a middleman guy. I just go
generous guy
straight
you
to it.
are.
Yeah.
You
Generous.
went and
Very
sprung
generous.
for salads, but you
I
knew
let you
in the
not
back of
come
your
and
mind,
collect.
Like
yeah,
the day
usually-
would come when there would be salad retribution.
Usually when I
Wild
buy
salad
someone-
talk.
but when I buy someone lunch, it's like not. I'm not gonna then be like, hey, pay me
Yeah.
back for that lunch.
Well,
Yeah.
'cause
3 weeks later, be like salads.
And
That's
then,
how he starts.
and then
That's
to
what
ask
we
for
talk
a
about.
second day.
You
It's
literally
really crazy.
to be completely honest, it wasn't out of the kindness of my heart that I was like buying you lunch. It was like, Dave wanted lunch, and then you climbed on.
Yeah, I
and
mean, I
was
can
like,
understand
I'll
that,
just
but
get
we're
them
not
both
talking about like
salads.
a steak dinner here. We're talking about a fucking
And
salad.
it's just the way you say stuff like.
Talk about
Can we
salads.
talk about salad?
Okay, so that didn't happen.
That did
It's
happen.
Nate brain.
It did happen. I mean, I gotta be honest.
that
with
on
you.
That's a hell of an opening line.
There's no easy way to bring up like, yo, 3 weeks ago I bought you a salad. I've been fucking waiting here like
Yeah.
a fool for my wretched.
Where's my like
He's
$11
like a boy.
salad?
Where's my salad?
He's like a bookie. I just went through the numbers.
So-
You owe me 2 salads.
I tried to get the footage. We couldn't get it. I mean, Rhea
So,
heard it. She
can
was
we
like
talk about
hysterical
salad?
laughing.
Another salad coming tomorrow. It's all I'm saying.
I know.
I guess so.
Listen, you're running like a salad Ponzi scheme because, frankly,
Yeah.
me and Big Cat don't even remember this happening.
Right,
So
that's-
you could be lying, and
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Would I-
anybody crazy enough to lie?
Apparently,
about
I'm pretty passionate about these salads that I would not.
That's my
like,
point, is I would
Besmirch
like-
the salad name.
I would like to get like a full breakdown of how many salads I owe you, just so we going
Just the
forward.
one right now. Just the one.
Because I don't want to buy you this salad tomorrow, and then next week you're like, I'm like Dave. My brain's
No.
not going to remember what I have. I don't know what I had lunch.
I've
for
cataloged
today.
it. I'll pull it out, cross it off.
And it's like a bookie when you think you're even, and
Yeah.
then like
Yeah.
a month later, it's like, yo, you're still down 4 salads.
You're like,
it's
what?
like, fuck, I thought I was out of this hole.
Yeah.
So,
You've paid
I'm-
your salad.
I'm even.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
clean.
good. You're good.
all right. The other news, obviously, the basketball game. Loud Sean just destroyed.
I want to hear Kevin's take on it, just because you were, Dave and I obviously were there, and it was
It was an atrocity.
wild.
It was an atrocity. I was Team Loud Sean, and it was one of those things. As soon
wasn't?
as, right, but it was like I thought he could like win, and then as soon as they tipped off, I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. Why would I ever think that? It was he warmed up way too hard. He I feel it's a tough spot because he did back him down every single time, and he has too much pride as a man to not call fouls, and he did get fouled every single possession. But when you're that out of shape and gassed at 0-0, you just can't expect to win.
Watching it back, I didn't realize. I initially was on the Sean warmed up too much train. I watched it back. Sean was out of gas in like 15 seconds. I don't think there's anything Sean could have
No.
done. It
Yeah,
had to be a game to 1.
Right.
For Sean
Sudden
to
death.
win.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was 1-0, that clip of him like breathing, literally fighting for air like crazy. Also, as
The
he
hands
said,
on the hips and the cheeks.
And when he threw the ball away, I now realize Sean was just trying to get some air.
Absolutely, it's a crafty fat guy move. I loved it.
The question I was watching the tape back, it's like, why didn't Spags just take the ball from Sean? Every time Sean just dribbled, as Sean said, he's like, I was just seeing stars. Like, I couldn't move. Like, he was standing in place on a different world.
And why didn't Spags
could just
lay
literally walk up, taking the ball,
The fact
and
that he
turn
kept
around.
shooting jumpers rather than just dribbling right around him.
Here we go.
Yeah, you get to rebut that. It wasn't that aggressive of a
Put the
statement.
mic on the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't, because like he was found the shit on me every time I was going inside. So I had to like, it was either get killed in there or make some shots.
No,
Made
my
shots.
question was, why didn't you just take the ball from him when he was like dribbling in place, but
Because
like
he was
out
almost
of it?
dead.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
You could have just like literally gone up.
But if he was
like,
going to miss anyway, why expend the energy? Like I knew energy was my one
It
advantage.
was actually, you played the energy game smart. It was all about
Thank you.
conserving energy.
Oh, that's
Big
the nice thing you said today,
Big
first nice
Sean,
thing.
Loud Sean did not do that well.
You did not do that well.
Do you feel like you won, Spags?
I think it's pretty clear I won. Yeah.
No, but like overall.
in the court of opinion.
Like you won the game, but did you win the video?
I mean, I think I did enough to get myself out there to show that I'm the pride of pride. I think that's what it is. I don't know.
Pride's a good line.
Yeah.
That's a good line.
the pride of pride.
Pride is a good line. That's a good line. Spags.
Thanks,
I'll
guys.
give you that.
And Loud Sean, I mean,
Yeah, Sean, what's the? Have you gotten a text from your wife?
Yeah, the wife and I talked.
Okay, all
how
right.
did that go?
She's still Team Loud Sean for at least the next 12 to 18 months. So
Yeah.
we'll have to see how Dave's theory goes on that. I mean, she didn't really it was like Kev said on the radio, she didn't give a shit about basketball either way.
Yeah.
She just didn't want her kids to get stomped.
Yeah, she would prefer if the kids didn't get stomped, but either way, the basketball game meant
At any
zero to
level,
her.
was she like, I thought you'd put up a little more resistance?
No, I mean, we were both like, that was not good. I was like, yeah, I know.
That is tough.
12 to 18 months.
That is
Yeah.
tough.
Was she like, maybe stop like running your mouth so much about basketball? Or?
No, she doesn't really give a shit about like any of that.
In a weird way, your pride was stolen and you were humiliated in front of like 40,000 people. But you also, in Houston, were trying to bet people like $5,000 a game.
Could have been
Yeah,
a lot
I'm
worse.
retired from
So,
all
right.
basketball trust.
So if people start taking you up on those bets,
Yeah,
maybe
they
it's-
probably should
Yeah,
now,
well, I
you know,
think
but
you'd
they
have a
won't
lot
happen
of,
anymore.
you'd have a lot of takers, I think, now
I
on that
agree.
bet.
Yes.
So
I also thought you were electric in your post game. The quotes that were coming out, you were a quote machine.
Yes, he was.
I'm gassed. I was gassed at 0-0. Amazing.
Yeah.
I'll die hating Spags. Amazing. All I'm trying to do, I don't have any oxygen in my brain. Amazing.
Amazing.
And all I'm focusing on is standing. Those are all things that apply to almost every walk of life.
that one image when he knew he was out of gas and the blood's dripping down his nose, he's just standing there.
Just like I wish this
That
game was
just-
over.
That has to be like, what am I doing?
Watching it all back, Sean was very clearly he knew he was out of gas before anyone else knew he was out of
Yes,
gas.
yes.
So he tried to make it like a fist fight. And the worst thing that happened to Sean was we had the ref come in. Francis was in an impossible situation. I don't know how you call that game. So he did a great job.
Well, these
for-
guys were saying just call the fouls until they clean it up. I don't think they would have ever cleaned it
Yeah,
up.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like France had no chance to win as a ref there, so he did as best as he could. But man, it was Dave. I mean, we said during
was
it, like,
something.
we showed up and we're like, wow, this is really something.
Do you
And
imagine
then-
if we charged money for pay-per-view?
No,
Imagine if you
it's
paid
like
like
Loud
5
Sean.
bucks.
It's like,
no.
I wish just for the backlash.
Pay-per-view is worth it if we can actually deliver some quality content.
Well, you know what I'll say
Dallas
was
is not
funny?
quality.
Like, you went to Rough and Rowdy, and obviously the quality of fighting is low, but you were, like, juiced up. You doing play-by-play was just like, oh,
Yeah,
this
well-
is not good.
Well, it was one of those videos that we do, and we're just like halfway through, we're like, I'd rather not be here anymore.
There's only so much you can say when Sean is just dribbling out on his feet for 10 minutes straight with no action. It was. It's one of those things, though. It's like Loud Sean. I interviewed him in that coffee shop when the first time he was so loud. He wants all these ideas for video behind the camera, and 8 months later, he's
Got a bloody
the center
nose,
of
getting
attention,
cucked.
broken nose, getting absolutely cucked. Like it's who would have thought? Like that's the life. I guess that's the deal
That's
you
the
make. when you
Barstool
come out.
difference.
Yeah.
Like as Sean said,
Anything can happen.
you don't know, but you know if you're going to get in the mix here and start running your mouth and be with employees, it's not other jobs, other companies. I'm sure people are like, I'll kill you in basketball. I can do this. You don't end up on like 40,000 people with a Hackney set up on some court with your nose bleeding,
Little
and
kids
your
walking
family
around.
getting stomped on, and your wife being like, "Are you even a man?" It's just like one of those things you can't predict.
Cannot predict. That's a life comes
Comes at you
fast
quick.
moment.
It comes at you.
Yeah.
So
Comes at you real
But
quick.
here's the problem, Sean. You sounded on the radio today. You were like, "I'm out on this life." I think it's too late. You
Oh,
can't
you're
put the
in.
toothpaste back in the
It's
tube.
Sean.
You're
Let's
in.
be honest.
You're content now.
We've all seen you run down the wheel for the Price is Right.
He loves the spotlight.
He loves
He's a
the
ham.
spotlight.
He's a
he
ham.
loves the spotlight. Doesn't want to be
Cocked, but
cocked, but he likes it. Nobody does, but he likes the spotlight.
Last question, Sean. Did you realize that one of the probably the funniest things that was happening in the game that I don't think people picked up on? You took like 6 3-pointers in a row where your foot was just over the line.
Francis, hand up, his fault. Another deep one from Loud Sean.
Sean does not understand how the three-point
Three
line
balls.
works.
Again, like standing 8 count. Like I barely remember you doing that like timeout interview. Like
Okay.
like
It was unbelievable. You'd just be
deep
like
ones.
ready to, you'd actually like get ready to shoot a 3 and then like shuffle a little just so your foot
Just
would
both
be on
toes
the
on
line.
it was
the-
like borderline vertigo.
Yeah,
so
deep ones.
Can you walk me through the rationale of you're down 18-3 and then you take your 30-second timeout?
Yeah.
I had
Just, like,
forgotten
to
about the
survive.
timeouts entirely.
Yeah.
And at that point, it was like, just don't pass out or throw up. So the timeout was like, just like, I just need to like, I just need a little bit of me time just to make it through like the rest of this game.
The deep ones.
The deep ones were
like
great.
3 times in
Yeah,
a row.
just right foot right on the line. Just make sure you're just right
And
on.
with really no defense to speak of. So it wasn't like he was being pressured into a shot.
It was a wild
Wow,
morning.
you never know. You
I
never know.
I don't know. I mean, Sean, is this going to be like, are you going to start going to the gym and stuff?
I don't see that happening.
Okay, good.
No.
I was hoping
No,
that was
listen,
the
when
answer.
this
'cause
happens,
don't
you
change.
can go one of 2 ways. Like you can get in shape or you just never play sports again.
Yeah.
What's happening
Join
to the
me.
shirt?
I mean, it's in my bag. I don't know.
I think
We
that
should
has
frame
to be
that.
framed.
Yeah, that's got to go
All right.
up.
Sure.
Right on the wall there.
No problem.
It was covered in sweat when he took off his sweatshirt before the game.
Dude, before you tipped off, you had back sweat. I was like,
Yeah, I
"What's
noticed
going
that on the video.
Dave and I
It's not a
showed
good
up
look.
10 minutes before tip, and both of them were just
He
dripping in
maintains
sweat.
he didn't work out, like, it wouldn't matter, but he went way too hard in warm-ups. He was doing the same, he'd pass the ball to himself in the low block, do a spin move, lay it up, miss. He did it 100 times in a row, and he was just full sweat.
He had a spin move that was like textbook like footwork, not realizing that he's going to be in a game where Spags is just going to be draped on his back and they're going to be
It's tough to do
sweating
that
and
spin move
dying
with, like, a
and
piggyback.
bleeding. But he was like Yi Jinlin against the chair. Like you're watching the fucking NBA draft, you're like, damn, this guy can ball.
Got moves.
Electric spin move. Did not see it. Saw it a couple times, but like you said, not as easy when someone's piggybacking on you.
I have so many good, funny visuals of that kid, Sean warming up, spinning like fucking Hakeem the
Both of-
Dream,
both
taking
of 'em.
fadeaways on the baseline.
Felt good in warm up.
Both
Felt
of them
real
had
good
the
in warm up.
earbuds on different courts.
pumping
I
each
mean,
other up.
yeah, it was something. And then the opening thing, you just had that brutal foul by Spags, and then the choke. And like, okay, we're
choke is the best
these
thing ever.
moves, these shooting over the broom moves aren't going to work come game time. So,
Sean
what
had the
an
ball in
event.
one hand, just choked him. Oh my God, what a moment. What a
What a
fucking
moment.
moment. What a
All
weird
right,
company.
that's the
Love
rundown.
it.
Yeah,
What a
seriously.
weird
Love it forever.
company is
It is
right.
a weird place, man.